Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
So, very good morning. So, today I'll explain few like this is like a important layer, so this level and basic direction light skylight. So today I'll be explaining you few more things and and I forgot to upload the video, so today I upload all those videos and you can check them and like practice this. This like this is basics. Like you need to know no matter what because in industry if you're working for a game and you have to create a model for or model texture for game asset like engine, so you have to check it in engine. So make sure do it and practice this and because in environment 2 is completely depends upon your engine Unreal engine, so it's really we should know all these basics. So okay, let's start with this. So there are like few things you should download from Epic Store, like Epic Marketplace. If you go there, if you go there, if you open yes, and just search for. You can see there is a lot of free content. So this month free. Let's see, there are every month they release some free stuff. You can see this interior is entirely free. There's a teleportation portal is entirely free. The heuristic forest pack is entirely free. Add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and there's some grunge and all that we can get from this thing Mega Scan very easily. So no need to of the need of this thing. Even if you want, you can add to cart and keep it. No need to download it. And, and I'll just check out. Like whenever you add to cart anything and then place the order, it's free, like zero money. So it stays in your library forever, and you can download it anytime. So if I go to my library, you can see I have so many stuff, few purchase, few free of cost things. I have so many things. So check that free stuff and download a couple of free stuff so that you can understand how the entire thing works. And due to some strange reasons, it's slow. Okay. So there are few things you need to download from marketplace to make your entire scene better. So under this, there is search for good sky. Good sky. You can see this one, and this one is free. Rest everything is paid. This one is free. This basically comes with a tons of presets of sky. So you can use it directly, drag, drop in your scene, and it will give you very good effect. I already have this in my scene. So go to content, and today I'll be explaining all these things nicely. I just showed you how to create like drag, drop, and create the scene quickly, but I'll show the entire process and all this thing I'll be explaining today. So go to content, open your content, and left side you can see there is a good sky folder. To go into good sky, open, go to blueprint. You can see you have a good sky blueprint under not under map. This is showcase. This is just for the preview. It's showing you all kind of settings they have and all the things they are using is coming from the source. Go to blueprint, drag, drop into your scene. Place it anywhere. You can see instantly we got this sky with some starry effect and just like purplish cloudy effect, nice cloudy. And under this, you can see you have sky effect. Whatever you select here, all the properties, all the settings and details are here. There are two tabs. One is world setting, irrespective what you have selected. This is world set, this entire thing. This is basically your game level. This is your world where you have changed the setting for the entire world, and this detail is basically for the specific thing, whatever you have selected based on that. So here you can see there are a lot of presets are there, sky preset. What preset you want? Like you can see desert, custom, midnight, sunrise, noon, sunset, midnight storm. You can see these are all presets. Stars, moon. If you go and check it, there's a moon, and that moon position should be sky, sun, star, and moon. Yeah, moon is here. You can change the moon color by clicking there. You see, you can change it, and moon size you can increase, decrease. Moon brightness you can increase, decrease. Then, if you want to move the moon, like placement, right? Like you suppose you want to create something dramatic, some fantasy scene, you can do it very easily. You can reduce the size of the moon. You can see you can make it half, full, orientation, rotation. See? You can change all this, like all these settings are already there. You can change it and place it nicely wherever you want your scene. So it makes this entire thing look more pleasing and better. It gives you a better feel basically altogether. And plus, if you want to rotate your scene, you can rotate. Like suppose this is my front, and I want this moon somewhere here, so I can have it. And once you have to match the lighting direction and the moon placement, so this is anyways the day scene. So instead of this, I can have a noon. Noon, as you can see, it's really bright. Noon is usually very bright. Sunrise or sunset, or you can see there are so many clear moons in the sky. Moon sky, then you have sunset burn, like with this really fantastic color, smooth, and this is default of Unreal default setting. Morning, noon, afternoon, sky, night, sorry, night, cold, death, there's something really creepy or something you want to create, you can do that. Like all these things you can modify and class started, class started yet? No. So Amazon wala thing. Sorry. So give me a second. I got a call. Yeah. So like this, I can change this. So download this. This is a very helpful like free tool available. and it gives you really nice effect, and you can create things very easily. There's a lot of presets. So always try to use presets and all and create something really amazing. You can change the key. You can play with all those things and modify things. And suppose you want to create this thing like based on this, you can do that as well. Press G to remove all those bounding box, line, and everything. So this is the like basic setup. Like we have created a light and all. All those settings part of this thing here. World setting. Under world setting, you can see we have so many options where we have light mask. Light mask is basically the amount of light reflect or bounce and to get realistic appearance of your scene. So we modify all those things like quality of light, increase it, like sky bounce, you can increase like more. But if you increase all those things, it will going to hamper your performance. Engine, it is going to hit your GPU. Reason this all these things are real time, so everything you can see in real time, and it will going to affect the system performance. So you can try it out, practice this thing, and check like find a sweet spot, and then use it. Then you can see you have so many options here. Then like usually don't change any of this thing. There is a rendering default this thing shadow disappearing. Should work. Where is my there's the option for uh, distance field when it compares to light. You can find where is my distance field. Okay. Rendering. So I have placed this post process here in this scene. Under post process rendering feature, you can see you have so many options. So you can modify all these things to get a better result. And there's one more thing I have to apply in any scene. I need to apply a light, one like source of light, one skylight, one post process, and a reflection capture. So this basically captures the reflection. You can place it wherever you want. It will capture the all reflection. Then GI and all, you can if you want, you can increase ambient occlusion, you can increase, decrease. By default, it's 0.5 to increase. And right now, nothing is visible because you have to build it. Like whatever you create, whatever you like, and everything is adding, you have to build it. Like everything is like right now, you can see this preview. So if you build it, click on build, it will build the lighting for you, and all this preview will go. It will bake the lighting on the surface. See, it becomes dark based on your lighting. So like this, we create and you have to build this and create nice effect. So this is like basic, but there are like few more things we have to create. But this is I have created this basic structure, and now suppose I want a small scene. So for that, I have to create a landscape, like maybe land or some path or something, mountains or anything. That is something we can create directly in Unreal without having any help from any software or create anything a model out from outside Mac or something. We do it directly in Unreal. So to do that, like, we have the basic structure. Let's go to my good sky and change the sky to something normal. Huh? Simple. Just some colorful thing. Let's use this one. So you can see now you have this save to save scene. Source control is basically if you have a connect source, like suppose you are working in a group or team and you have a server where all of you are syncing your data and your entire team is syncing back those data and working together. That time we use this source control and connect the source. So every time you open Unreal, it will ask you to sync your data to that server. So this is something right now, no need to focus on this, forget about this. So then we have modes. Like what are the modes we going to use this multiple times? If you click it, by default it's on select mode. So you can select your model, move, place here and there. And suppose you want to duplicate any mesh, select that model, press Alt and left mouse button, drag it. It will duplicate that model instantly. And you can see it almost blends. That's the beauty of Unreal. You can never see that line. It blends everything very nicely and precisely, and without creating any seam or any problem. Okay, my bad. Select there. See, it becomes so easy. So tiling and creating all these things are so easy in Unreal. See, I've had one, I now have three. So like this, I can modify things very easily. Then under this mode, we have five more options. One is landscape, one is foliage, one is brush editing mode, one is mesh paint, and one is modeling. And you can you can do modeling in Unreal as well, but it's still in beta mode, so it might crash Unreal multiple times. It's not it's still it's in experimental mode. So we're not using it, and industry also doesn't use it until now, unless you are a game designer, where you design the level and create a basic structure with the help of primitive shapes and block out the structure. It's basically for the game designer. So we usually game artists we use landscape, foliage, and brush editing and paint, all four of them. So suppose content we know already, marketplace we know, like you can click this, it will open the marketplace and you can download something from there. Setting is basically setting about your entire engine. So right now you can see if I go to engine scalability settings, like the quality of the engine, it's set to epic by default. My system setting, like whatever it can optimize, it's using epic mode. Epic is like high, like kind of very high quality. But if you want to have the best quality, you can click on cinematic. So it automatically will give you the best like possible quality on your system. It will give you that. Nothing changes here because there is nothing. So we can modify this setting, and then you can see we have plugins, we have world setting, we have project setting. Like let's go to project setting. Suppose this is my this level. We'll open this tab, and suppose I want to change my project and open something directly. Like I want this map, this map should open. So go to project, maps and more. By default, it's set to environment 2, version 2, this thing set. So what I can do is I can go and select this particular environment. Just give me a second. This one. So right now I can right click and asset action capture thumbnail. So it will create a thumbnail and save it. So I can see my level and see the thumbnail. So for me, it becomes very easy to understand that this particular level have a thumbnail instead of having that triangular shape, that icon. Now I can go and this name is EV1. Go to project and search for EV1. Select game output level, EV1, these two, and you are done. So whenever you open Unreal, it will by default open this level only automatically. So then you just simply close it. And there are a lot of settings you can do, obviously. So let's see. As of now, this is my thing. Then I want to create a landscape around it, like, because this looks very tiny, small, this thing, and there is no foliage, there's no other things. So it's not that interesting. So what I'll do, I'll create a small landscape. Click on the landscape. It will give you a preview of landscape and plus show you the starting point. So you can just move it under this level, this your ground level, or you can move your model. Anything is fine. Anything is fine. And now I have this green graph kind of thing. This is basically the land mass it's showing. I can increase this thing. Like if I do 2 by 2, double. If I increase it to, you can see 32, it increases the length, and this side also XY I can increase. Overall resolution 4033, I can increase or decrease. Let's keep it 88. 88 is good enough. It's quite big for this small environment. Or I can, if I want, I can reduce it even further. And let's keep it 1 1. Right? Small, not very big, it's small. Then create. So it will instantly create this mask. This is basically a uh, landscape map, like one plane. And on this plane, I can start sculpting directly into engine and create my landscape. So you can see the moment you create this, now your brush is changed. And you can see some just white selection point, which is fall off area, where you can see this three new tab opens automatically. Sculpt, smooth, flatten, and these does the exact same thing, whatever it's their name. Sculpt is basically if you want to sculpt anything. Let's see. I want to create some mountain and brush set, like increase, like bracket, increase and decrease. Same like Photoshop or ZBrush. Let's create some mountain. So just clicking with the help of my mouse. Let's create some. I want to create some layers. Let's create some interesting mountain-like things. But these are, you can see, these are way too rounded and not very mountain-looking thing. And this is your basic level. So this is your level, eye level. You can always go there. Alt and right click, drag, and then middle mouse button to pan, and you can see your entire scene like this. So I have this mountain, but these are not that sharp. Doesn't look that nice. So I want to make them like a little bit, like mountain-like things. So I can use erosion. Erosion, we all know, like soil erosion and all these things. It exactly works like that. Give you that appearance, makes things noisy, bit more angular, and it looks more natural. gives you those sharp edges that usually mountains and hills have. So you see, like creating things are very easy, very simple. Then suppose I want a water body here. So what I can do, I need to push this thing down. So press like control, sorry, shift and click it. It will create that hollow thing, like that negative impression, negative thing. Then you can zoom in and then suppose I want to fix this shape. So I'll go to flatten. From wherever I click, it will flat to that surface only. Like similar, exact same volume. Like this level, it will read. If I just click this and drag all over this place, it will automatically create the same level of height for the entire thing. Let's create some edge, border, or maybe some path. So I can create something like this very easily. So instantly you can see my scene started to look interesting. I have more things here. And if you want to like smooth this thing, you can create multiple levels very easily. And then you have smooth. You can, if you want to smooth them, you can smooth because you see checkers are stretched. Smooth them. It will give you a better result. Some smooth here and there, like this. You can create. So this is like basic structure. And now I can create a material. So today I'll show because there's landscape materials are different and normal materials are different. But you can apply normal material on this directly. So today I'll show you like I have some presets. I'll use that first. I'll show the effect, and tomorrow I'll explain how to create the material because it's a bit complicated. Well, not exactly complicated. I'll show you the basic material setting only. But to understand that, like if you have bit understanding, you can do it very easily. Open my pad, flatten this surface, and to make it flat. Like we can walk around this area. Like this kind of. Okay, so let's go back to your select mode. So now you have selected this. Click on this. You can see there's an option for landscape material. So I have few landscape materials. Save or like whatever you're changing, make sure save it. I have few landscape materials in this because I have downloaded. You can see so many assets are there. So I have downloaded a couple of landscape materials, like previous uh, projects or some downloaded projects and all those things. So I'll just search for some material instance and material, select like filter it out I want material only, then search for landscape. Search for landscape and it will show you all the available landscapes in your engine. So by default, there is only one landscape material available, and in my case, you can see there like I have huge number of landscape materials, so I can use any one of them. So let's use some landscape master something, or maybe I can use instance. That will be much easier. Instance, I haven't explained. I'll explain it tomorrow. Like what is instance and what is the master material. I'll explain that as well. So let's try this one only. This one with displacement map. So select any of the material, go to your level, and then you can see this arrow. So whatever material you have selected, if you click on this, it will apply here directly. It might take little bit time depending upon the complexity of the material and compilation time and loading time, because everything is showing but it's not loaded until unless you double click and open it or apply it. So everything it will show, but it's not loaded. That's how engine works, and it's like it's highly optimized way, because if it's not you're not using that particular object, there's no point loading it. So it's loading. It will take a little bit time. Because it's loading like for the first time. That's why. So have you guys started using Unreal, opened it and checked it? I know like Rahul, he knows. So Tarun, Uday,
No, sir.
try it. Will like save a lot of time, and because this will take a little bit time to understand. This is easy. It's not very difficult. Only thing is, it's a matter of practice and understanding. If you don't use it, you won't understand it. So open it, check the interface, try to import your some older model or anything you must have created previously. Try to import that, create a material, apply that. So understand the pipeline, understand the process. That is very important. Okay. It's still loading, it's taking a lot of time. Yeah, finally. So this particular material is with your auto landscape material. There's a layer blending mode is there, auto layer blending. So wherever you can see, wherever it has a flat ground, the grass, if there's a grass, wherever there is a slope, you have this rocky, grassy moss combination. And wherever you have this steep slope, you have this rocky effect. So this particular material is like that. I'll explain this how to create this kind of material also. Uh, First, fix this. You can see the tiling. So this is the material instance. Under this material, there are thousands, lots of nodes and lots of parameters are there, and which you can control with the help of this. So I'll just control the tiling. Where is my tiling? Use steel. Okay, tiling variation. Uh, Nothing happened here. Why? 0.1, 0.001, 0.01. Yeah, this is much better. You can see this tiling. I can connect. I can fix all these things. And you can see all these lines because we haven't baked the lighting. That's why we can see all those lines here. So no need to worry about that. That is something can be fixed very easily. Now you can see if I go to ground level, or because in this scene we don't have a character, so what I have to do is I have to start with a character, this thing, player start point. If the player start, just place it on the ground 000 or maybe slightly above the ground, and then hit play. Now this is your game level. So I can see this tiling is way too big for my character, and this is my actual scene. And this also looks quite huge, and there's a collision. That collision also have to fix. This tiling looks quite big compared to my character, and this arch also looks quite huge. So I need to scale it down, and I can just see I can walk around the entire scene and check everything. So go back, select this, double click the material, keep it here. I change it to point. Sorry, where is my tiling? 0.01. So 0.1. If I keep it 0.1, and then if I hit play, yeah. Now you can see from ground level it looks kind of decent. But this is not my final, obviously. This is not the final thing. And like WASD is the like typical shortcuts for like game, the typical those things only. So you can see I cannot go near to my arc. Reason, there is a collision. So select your model, double click and open the model in model viewer. Zoom in, you can see here is my model. So what I have to do is scroll down right side, there is a tab called collision. By default, it says project default. Click on this, there is an option name, use complex collision as simple collision. Select this, save it. Now go back to 11, hit play one more time, and now you can enter this area. And I can see it's really huge. That means I need to reduce the size of my, this is I increase by 100, so I can reduce to 675. 75, I guess this should work decently. Still quite big, 50%. Play. Yeah, now it's like kind of correct scale, right? Kind of correct scale, and I can duplicate it here and there and everywhere and create my scene. Like I can have this one here, and I can just hit the Alt and drag, please, one somewhere here, somewhere here, and make sure it's on the ground. So like this, I can create. Okay, we have only 1 minute left. So like this, we can create a landscape and create entire scene very easily. I'll save it quickly. Save all. I'll update attendance. We have this thing, and we can modify this thing. We have to add some foliage. So this time we won't create any foliage. We'll use all the presets available, and we create